Fiji Day.
Yes.
Is it a photo? Is it a video?
It's a video. Happy
It's a
Fiji
video.
Day. All the way from Sydney, Suriname.
We love you. Happy Fiji Day.
It's fine.
Our technical person is still playing with it. So we've all got our devices and it's going off. Everything is just playing up. So please just have fun with us. So Nora for sending through some of the footage. She was actually at the grounds this morning where the ceremonies was being held in the celebration. So can we just put a couple of the photos up, Joseph? There was beautiful celebration in Suva this morning, as you can see.
At the Albert Park. And you know, they've done up the park. It looks so nice, fresh green grass in the new pavilion.
Yes.
And you saw like they had the official ceremonies and everyone was dressed up
beautifully.
Yes.
So they had a whole parade on. As you know, Lenora is the Member of Parliament representing the National Federation Party, and so it's wonderful to hear from her. And now we're actually going into a shout out. The first one is from Miss Lenora and Gerton.
Bulavinaka, Sydney. I'm coming to you from Albert Park in Suva as we commemorate Fiji's 50th year of independence today in Suva. My message for you is to first of all say thank you for your continued care, love and support financially, spiritually and all other ways of your people here in Fiji. As you know, over the last 50 years we've gone through some good times, some excellent times and also some troubling times. And I think the lesson for us is, what do we take from the last 50 years? What have we learned from the last 50 years? My prayer for Fiji is that God will bless us with leaders who are selfless, who will serve her people with integrity, honesty, without fear or favor. Thank you, Australia, for supporting your home country. I know your hearts and minds are always with us. And have a happy Fiji Day.
Lenora doesn't age. She looks so beautiful and radiant, and so good that she's doing so well. And I love, you know, following what she does online.
I'd like to take you now to some of our beautiful sisters from the CMF Church. They do have a little dedication that they wanted to share with us. They're actually Sydney based, but they're currently up in Darwin. So let's go to that and we'll come back and we'll have a chat about that later. Thank you.
Nice.
Bula, bula binaka, bula binaka, bula siam, bula malekam, malambula, bula re, bala. Big hello to all of you that's watching this morning. We greet you all in the wonderful and matchless name of our Lord Jesus Christ. And we believe that you are enjoying the day so far. Blessed Fiji Day to all of you. Today, I know today we are commemorating the 50th year of independence of our beloved country, Fiji. And though we are far away from home, there in New South Wales, but the fact that we're able to celebrate our who we are, our nationality, our uniqueness, our tradition, our culture, we praise God for how far He has brought us.
Actually, I want to announce them. I'm just going to show it to you. Are you ready? Okay, let's go to this next shout out.
Fiji Day, 50th Independence Day, and Singapore Royal Ball. Sama kami pinakatali vacuum ni. Wiki ke mula-mula. Sama kami pinakatali vacuum ni. Happy Fiji Day!
So let's go to Petro Divanadeva, who's got a special shout out to everyone.
Nisa Bulavanaka, it's Petro Divanadeva here, former Fiji Bati captain and chairman of the Kaviti Sultans Rugby League Football Club. Just wishing everyone a happy 50th Independence Day. It's a wonderful milestone in Fiji's history, and I hope that everyone can have a great day celebrating plenty good food, and maybe a few bowls of kava as well. Benak Balevu.
Cheers everyone, Bula Vinaka. Happy Fiji Day. Hope you're having fun.
Yes. I wonder where people are celebrating. If you're watching this and you've got a gathering happening, you know, you've got your lovo happening, your barbecue, whatever you're doing, send us some photos and some videos so we can share it with everyone. And we also have a prize pack.
Yes.
So we've got some Fiji t-shirts that we'll be giving away. So a t-shirt and a Sulu pack. So send it in and then the winner will send the Fiji Day pack out to you. So
yes.
Yes.
And of course, as you can see, if you're watching, as you can see, we're trying to stick with the theme here. We do have the beautiful blue Fiji flag, and which matches our little drink. It is the 50th. So it's very, very, it's a huge milestone for us. Anyway, what are your thoughts on that, and what do you reflect on when you think about today?
When I think of Fiji Day,
Yeah.
the first thing I think of is the food.
Right.
Let's be honest. That's why I'm looking at this pizza and I'm just like, I'd love to have a lovo pack, you know, right now.
Well, apparently we're supposed to be getting to the Lovo people that are supposed to be bringing our Lovo pack. We hope that you are going to turn up with our Lovo pack, because look what we're eating. Italiano, margarita. We need to eat Lovo, right?
I know. And I'm sure we will today. So I think of that, you know, because when we're growing up here, you know, we try and connect with our Fijian culture, and we just go to Fiji Day. That's where we see, you know, other people from the community. We get the food, the music, the culture. So when I wasn't involved in Fiji Day, that was the highlight for me, you know, to go there. But I think I've always been involved in some aspect, right? As a performer or a youth, and then volunteering, and then still volunteering. We're still here. Yeah, so that's what I think of when I think of Fiji Day, the food, the gathering and the events. Remember we used to go to Granville, you know, Granville Park, and then Lidcombe, and then Parramatta.
But you know, for us here in Australia, I remember when we actually started, they used to have an organization full of expats as well, and some Fijians. This is back in the 70s and in the 80s.
You must have been a baby.
I wasn't even born.
You heard this.
So, and they used to celebrate by doing events and things like that. And then I remember the Fijian Community Church, part of the Methodist and Uniting Church, started to have picnics over at Centennial Park. If any of you remember that, back in Centennial Park days, yes. And it was the days of Pede Likina, who was a champion Fijian rugby player as well, who played pro football as well here in Australia. And so he used to organize that. We used to play games as kids and run around, and we'd have huge barbecues and we'd just get together. So that used to happen back then as it moved along, you know, and then the Fiji Day festivals, our little community gatherings started to happen. And of course, now we know there's several of them, and it happens not only here in Sydney, but all around Australia and all around the world, you know. For a lot of people now, it's just an opportunity to get together, eat some food, you know, celebrate, meet up with families and friends, and it's a great time to, you know, to be doing that. But unfortunately, as you all know, we're all having to, as far as doing events and festivals, we've all had to look at other ways of doing this. And of course, this has given us this platform to be able to still have some festivities in small groups everywhere, and be able to still connect and think about what it means for us to be Fijian, and you know, celebrating a very important day in our calendar.
Living outside of Fiji, yes. So we try and find these experiences that connect us to home and make us, you know, feel like, you know, we're still there in Fiji even though we're here. We should have like a big picnic day, just a Fiji gathering picnic day this year.
Once they let us, we should. Definitely. Yeah. Just create something like that. What do you think? if you think we should, put some comments down and let us know any ideas that you might have as well. And of course, we're always excited about it, especially when it comes to Fiji Days, to introduce new ideas and new things, you know. But what lacks in that is obviously the manpower. And a lot of times people come to me with great ideas, and I always say, well, are you wanting to, you know, volunteering to actually do that and take part and create that? Because it takes a lot of work to even put something like that on.
So time and the resources and finances. In future, if people have ideas, please come and please, you know, bring your time and energy as well. And big ups to our assistants from our Tongan family as well.
That's right. We have a Tongan noble, a Tongan prince sitting behind the desk, who is a powerhouse, and a Tongan Fijian, a Tongan who's actually volunteered to come and work behind the desk. And I kind of enticed him by, I don't know, oh, beer, that's right. More beers, please. Okay, we'll get him more beers. But he's been kind enough to work behind the desk, and so, you know, this is about having fun. We're trying to be as least technical with this as possible, and just have conversations and share stories, and then have people come on board as well, right? So if you've got a little shout out to do, please put it into just shoot it with your smartphone, send it through Messenger into our Fiji Day page, or if you're connected to Trade directly or myself, send it to us, and we'll make sure that we put it on, and tell us what you're doing around the country or around the world.
Yes.
Right? So share with us your stories. Now, what have we got coming up? What have we got coming up? What we've got coming up is we need to have a commercial break, but there is no commercial because this is not sponsored. We're doing this ourselves.
I tried to.
We are sponsoring. We are the
people,
sponsors.
But yeah.
Hey, but you are the sponsor.
Yes, we are.
Tapestry
and Coconut Vibe.
And Coconut Vibe are the sponsors, right? So
let's do some shout outs.
Cheers to you. Okay, let's do that.
We've got Josephine, you know, she's posted and said she loves this. I've got an interview with Josie, so we're going to share that a bit later. You may know her from the Bulikula, the Fijian Rugby League team, and also plays for North Sydney Bears.
North Sydney Bears, professional rugby player, league player.
From Fiji, we've got Anissa on. Thank you, and it was so good to see you at our event earlier this year. We also have Samaima all the way from Wollongong. She might be around, maybe we'll catch up with her soon. Sefo Vuimbenga says happy Fiji Day. Seriana Wangatairewa Vimosi.
Vimosoi. Vimosoi.
Vimosoi. Happy Fiji Day. And also Shante.
Oh,
Shante?
beautiful
Happy
Shante.
Fiji Day. Ben Waka Waka. Happy Fiji Day. Madhiu Mata. And Heti Paratine. Happy Fiji Day. Sangeeta Singh watching. Who else? Amanda. Happy Fiji Day Laloma. I love all the blue hearts that people are posting.
Oh, how beautiful.
So good. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day out there, enjoying this beautiful weather. And the weather was good in Suva as well.
Beautiful
I saw.
weather,
you know,
in
we
Suva.
know Suva weather just can change in an instant, but it was good to say it was so beautiful. So, as Seville has said, we're going to have a bit of a commercial break.
Actually, the commercial break is this.
Here's what we prepared earlier.
Okay, yes, here's one that I prepared earlier. Now the thing is this, is that there are people asking, we put posts on Fiji Day page saying, sorry there's no event. We've been doing it for weeks, right? For months now. Sorry that there's no event because there is no events being hosted by the City of Parramatta, by the City of Sydney, if you can see. There's only very little things, but as far as the festival, we're not allowed to. So there are people messaging me asking, or in our Fiji Day page asking, what events are on? Is there anything on in Sydney today? There are some little things around, but pretty much they're booked out. So there's not you know, there's not a place where I can just say, please go, there's this happening there, this happening there. I can't really be sharing it because they're private, you know, private small parties, and they're pretty much full houses. They're only allowed
20 people.
20 people in a restaurant, you know. So it's very small, you know. So a lot of people are doing things at home. So I'm sorry that we are not hosting a Fiji Day festival this year.
One of the comments, I like this one because people are starting to post comments and their shout outs on our Fiji Day Sydney Facebook page. So feel free to keep posting your messages or your shout outs. This one takes the cake from Apolosi Seru, host one grog party. Where's the grog?
Hey, exactly. Thank you. Hey,
Can someone deliver, please?
who's the gentleman?
Apolosi Seru.
Apolosi Seru. I was going to start speaking in Fijian then.
Yeah.
The thing is, well, you know how much is a little brown bag these days? Look at the prices.
Oh my gosh.
I want to ask you how much you're paying for your grog. I mean, we bought grog for our events recently, our family stuff, and it was $250 was the cheapest.
Yeah.
And then there was $300.
$400 I've been
You've
seeing
got a
here in Sydney.
$400.
Yeah.
So
$250 if you're lucky.
Look,
you gotta
I can-
have connections.
I can have the
$250
most
kilo.
expensive bottles of champagne, and they're still cheaper than, you know, a
250
little baby,
Australian mix.
a little baby mix. So shout out to all those that are having baby mix. We're so sorry. We're actually, we're on a budget, right? I mean, this is not cheap, but compared to your price of
The brown mix.
of the brown mix,
label.
this is pretty, like, you know, this is beer prices compared to your champagne
I
prices.
know, but good idea. So if anybody wants to send us a bag or a mix, feel free to contact us. and
Yes, feel
deliver.
free to, or have one and then just send us an image. We're good with that too. eh?
Yes, and another message from George Peacock. Looking good, Sevawanga. Definitely no fake tan on this broadcast.
My brother, George. How are you, brother? Love to you and the wife. George is half Fijian, half Italian. He's he looks like an Italian movie star, George. And his beautiful wife, Lena, is Lena there with you? Love to you both. Love to you both, and happy Fiji Day, bro.
We've got from Cirelli, Lilo Lefango. Can someone send them 2 kilo waka? Okay. We'll take it.
Oh, they're gonna send. Oh yeah, they're
They're
gonna.
saying someone send it, and yes, that's true. It is all about Fiji Day today, and oh, don't worry, we will be having a mix or 5 before the night is out.
There are a few things going on around in Sydney today. I believe there's something happening out in Greystanes. If you're in Greystanes, I'd find out if you want to crash something there.
I've just come from that area.
Yeah.
And
so-
there's a lot happening around the Parramatta, Granville,
Yes.
Guildford area, Campbelltown,
Blacktown.
Blacktown.
All the people in Blacktown. There's something happening in Blacktown, I hear.
Here's a tip, check your Facebook
Yeah.
timeline, because eventually once the drinks and the cover start flowing, the photos
Yes.
and the lives will go up, so
That's
you'll
right.
know who's doing what and where to go.
Exactly.
Just remember COVID restrictions.
Look, this is the thing, right? With the COVID thing, it's just, you know, we don't want to be fined. We don't want to be caught doing things and then, you know,
Yeah,
get
because it's
$5,000
$1,000 per
person,
person.
$1,000
Everybody,
per person.
not just the house owners.
Just
everybody.
exactly. They get a 5,000.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and then everybody
Everyone
else,
gets 1,000.
everybody else gets 1,000. That's in a home, right?
Hmm.
Type of a gathering. So, excuse me, just be mindful about that. So at least we're putting the word out for that. There is another thing happening as well in La Perouse. Anybody in La Perouse? I got some information that there's something happening in La Perouse. I'm pretty sure I know the venue, and there's limited numbers there. So I'm pretty sure they probably already reached their mark. But shout out to the guys in La Perouse, and if you want to send us a message, please do. We'd love to see what you're doing.
Oh my gosh. We've got what's happening in Greystanes from Brenda. Brenda Peters. Shout out to the Peters gang. She's asking what's happening in Greystanes. Maybe we'll have to send her a private message. About
Yeah, you know, look, some of these, as you know, we're going to just have to private message you because...
I don't know if I like this post message from Apolosi Seru, the shout out to South Sydney supporters playing
Yes!
Parramatta. Boom!
Yes!
Put your hand down.
Woo! You're on.
No!
You
no,
are on.
no.
You're on our ground right now.
Parramatta.
We're in
Praying-
Darling Harbour, people. This is
Praying-
not Parramatta.
Praying for the Parramatta Eels. I know Silva's out and
Fiji's
Michael
praying for
Jennings
South
is
Sydney.
out. But you know, praying that they do their best, and I hope they can win today's game. Go the Eels! West side all the way.
Okay, the Roosters were flogged last week by South.
Yeah, last night.
Last
Last week.
And so, you know what? South Sydney, praying for you. That's my local team. I live in this area, so
Us two cut friend. Yeah, Rocky, there's the line. Right here in the middle. Rocky, there's...
somebody get us something to drink.
Oh my
what else
gosh.
have we got
It
happening
always
on
has
there?
to come to football with us.
Always has to come to football. Let's see.
Okay. So, do you want to share a bit about your experience of what it is, what Fiji Day means, after you do the comments?
Well, look, I have to say, Apolosi, I think you should send us a shout out.
He's laughing.
Rather than just laughing at me. And you too, Brenda. Brenda, put that pretty face of yours to good use and send us a shout out,
She'll
right?
be laughing.
People need to see how beautiful you are. Look, they are people that I know, so that's why. Oh, and of course, my beautiful sister is watching. That's who you said before.
Yes.
So they are having a great time as well, I hope, over there in Leichhardt.
Nice, yes. And it was beautiful to share with your family last weekend for your birthday, and a weekend with such beautiful people. Very healing.
Thank you. It was a very special moment.
Relaxing, amazing. We felt so spoilt, Lyric and I. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. And it was just down here, across the water, just across the water. So what were you asking before? I sort of deviated.
No, there's
up to-
another. You want to read that message from Docs?
Okay, Docs. Here's a shout out from Docs. It's in Fijian, so you can translate after. I'll read it out. Raumbula, happy Fiji Day. Sawarai na angona in North Sydney. Via matenida na angona. Kere angona. Bored to death.
Oh,
Needing my fellow KVT company. Go Para Eels. Hey!
Yay!
So we want to shout out to Docs over in North Sydney. Isa, sa kerker sa tunga may bakabunong o Docs may North Sydney. Que so vi que muni chikona menangona kwesa ve mateni sartunga go kwenangona sa kerengona sartunga mengo sa tukuno kwe ni sa bored to death.
Bless him. We need to send him some Yangona.
If we did have Yangona, can anybody who knows Docs in North Sydney, if you're having a grog party in North Sydney,
Invite him.
can you please invite Docs for at least one? Tongan and pilolay. How many shot glass are
That's what it has come down to, right?
Shot
You know that
glass,
the
eh?
grog gatherings now, usually you have your big billows. You notice the billows, they bring out the baby ones now, right?
Yeah.
And because we're at a low with the grog, so it's all little nips, little shot glasses of grog.
So I want you to know ni Vasinai. You know, before they used to say, hey, Vasinai, you know? Or they will pour it and they'll fill it right up to
Full
them.
tide.
You know, fill it right. Now, everybody's at $250, $300 a pop.
My goodness.
It's shot glasses these days, eh?
Oh, we also have your sister here.
Oh, my
Lucy,
two sisters
watching
are
with my
online.
two girls. Happy Fiji Day.
Happy Fiji Day to Maraisi, my sister, with her two girls. Hope you're having fun wherever you are. Kirakokonda, my sister makes the
Was
best.
that the one we had?
Right? If you ever have the privilege of eating my sister's kokonda, it's to die for.
I tell you, when we were eating, it was silent in the whole room. Everyone was really enjoying
Yes.
our kokonda. See, now we're getting hungry for Fiji food. This is what happens.
So shout out to the Kupu family. Shout out to the Vimosois over in Leichhardt. Can you people send us videos and not
They're
just
gonna feel
post?
sorry for us eating pizza.
Look at what we're eating. Okay, a shout out to my family. Can you please look at us? Look at what we're eating. Look, pizza, margarita. Does anybody feel sorry for us? Please send us real food.
The struggle is real.
The struggle is real, you know. And so a shout out to them. Hey, I docs skilani. I've made a shout out. I've begged the Fiji community, and especially if there's any in North Sydney, to send you some grog, or at least invite you. Okay, so you'll do that. Hey, okay. Seni Mili Lalakombao is online. Mai Tau, all the way from
Lao?
No, it's not from Lao. All the
Vanua
way.
level.
Yes, all the way from VL, Vanua level.
VL.
That's correct.
Wow.
All the way from the Kaundrove. And also Tawake, right? All the way from the Kaundrove. She'll have to break it down for me. Oh, somebody's selling grog for $30. Is this for real? Is that for one?
Is that really for sale?
How much do you get for $30? Because Ski from Docs from North Sydney needs some. Docs, somebody apparently selling for $30. I think that's like maybe what, a gram to 10 grams. Okay, you need to tell us if you are selling grog. There's a lot of people wanting to have grog. So this is the commercial break. I'm putting a commercial break on. And the commercial is this. Is everybody who has grog or selling grog, because nobody wants to give grog for free, right? Because it's so, right? So if you do have grog, can you please post on our page on the comments and say that you're selling grog and people can find you, because Sydney especially and all around Australia, they are wanting to drink grog, as we've heard. So, lebu sarabel mateni la. Bongi and na bongi ni mateni la grog dope.
There you go, $30 for 100 grams.
$30.
That's quite good.
Another we did say before about Apollo Cicero. It's just saying thank you for connecting on Facebook. And he's saying, so, okay, it's time that we got some more of this. We'll fill this up. What you don't know is behind our sound and technical guy is some beverages there that we are having. So we will be filling that up soon too. So make sure you fill your glasses. Let's just finish this bit off.
Okay. Oh, were you waiting for me to turn? Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh, we've got that ready. Fantastic. Did you see that?
Yes. Together or separate? Okay. We've got another video that has been sent in for special guests from our community. We're going to head over to that now. You have to guess who it is and comment on who it is. Over to you.
Enjoy. Nissan Bulavinaka, happy Fiji Day, everyone. Where am I looking? Hey, I'm looking at this camera.
Yay.
People, guess what? Sorry, we just got offline there for a moment due to technical glitches, but we're back on now.
Yes.
So welcome back. That was our little commercial break, right? That's a little break, a little toilet break for you to go and freshen up and get ready to do your little shout out and send it through to us, right?
That's right.
Okay. Have you noticed something different? We've now gone for the red, right? We've done
Red
the blue.
Cordial.
Yeah, red cordial.
Happy Fiji Day.
Happy Fiji Day.
Mbula.
Happy Fiji Day. Mbula, everyone. Yeah.
Same brand, just different color, right? Is that right? Or is it a totally different brand?
No, it's two things mixed together. We're getting fancy now.
Oh, Lord.
We're starting to mix our little things together. Now, for those of you that have come back on and were on the last segment, which was an hour already, by the way, so thank you for sticking around. Please share it, get other people on board, share your stories. We're going to connect back on and so forth. What we wanted to say was this. So on my computer that's being used at the moment, if you watched the last segment, what happened was our wonderful technical extraordinaire that's sitting there saw a clip on my files, and thank God it was a beautiful clip, right? And I thought it was a music clip when he showed me, and then when it started playing, and I looked at it and I realized it's a beautiful video that I downloaded of friends of mine from Fiji. Skills and Tia, and it was their wedding video. Beautifully done.
In our backyard.
In our backyard.
Wise to live a country.
Absolutely. So they had this beautiful wedding. If you can replay the last the clip, the last filming that we did, the last live, you'll see that at the end there if you've just joined us. But it was a beautiful clip of their wedding, beautifully filmed.
In Lelovia, right?
In Lelovia.
So
shout out to Lelovia.
Yay!
To Colin.
And Leanne and the
beautiful
crew.
Leanne and all the crew over there.
I love that place.
Yes, it's one of my favorite destinations
in the world.
In
yes.
the world. Yeah.
Amen.
Lelovia, why don't you describe for those? Okay, I'll tell you where it is firstly. Lelovia Island Resort. It's an eco tourism resort, incredible. It's out in the Waisiliva. So Waisiliva is the waters of Mbau, and we from the Chikino Mbau, we know those waters well. And so it's beautiful, and the Lelovia Island Resort is out that way, and it is just one of the most beautiful places you could go, right? Why don't you tell us what you like about Lelovia? We're giving Lelovia a plug.
Yes.
Colin?
But they always look after us, so we gladly give them a plug.
That is true. Okay,
yes.
we will.
It's, you know, all naturally made buildings made from the resources that you find in Fiji, you know, so...
Thatched roofs.
Yeah, thatched roofs and...
bamboo.
Yeah, it's really getting in touch with nature and, you know, fresh food. Like one stay we were there, the boys went out and caught this tuna and we had like tuna for dinner. You wake up to bambakau being made. So it's kind of like your village experience.
Yes.
But if you can't go to the village, then go to Lelovia, you know.
Yes. And they have lava nights in Lelovia, and it's just an incredible place. They do coral farming there. They have an art gallery there. So shout out to the gang at Lelovia. And you saw it in that last video. So if you haven't seen it, look it up. Once the borders open.
Oh, we're going. Coming for a month. We better build our own hut there.
Yes.
And we can see our villages from there as well.
So I heard something recently, and that is that they now have en suites.
Ooh.
Yes.
So your very own outdoor shower, that would be nice.
So before they were very eco, and you'd have, you know, shared bathroom and toilet, men and women's separate ones, but they've introduced those. So I'm going as soon as these borders open. I'm out there. So shout out to the gang at Lelovia. So, but I wanted to congratulate Skills and Tia on their beautiful wedding, and
yes, beautiful.
I didn't mean for the video to be played, but somehow it's appeared. It wasn't part of our program. They were laughing at, when I saw it, I went, "What's going on?"
Representing the Ratuman gang.
That's right. So shout out to Ratuma
and Rako Pacifica.
Rako Pacifica, incredible. You heard the music on that.
Oh
clip
yeah, so talented.
Yes. So somebody did ask for some Fijian music. Are we ready for some?
Yeah, we can just play some in the back, or
yeah.
we're going to play.
We're going to do a little dance and hang around. Are we ready? Here's, oh, sorry. No, this one is what I wanted to play. Can you all hear that?
So remember your comments, post your comments and your shout outs. Show us how you do it. You know, in Sydney we're not allowed to dance standing up.
Oh yeah, we're dancing in our seat.
Inside. Okay, so I'll copy you, and then after. This is always called out on Fiji.
Siwa. Are we ready for the Siwa? Ready? Right inside first. Come on. Okay, what did you put in the corner?
It's red, that's why. So send us your shout outs and your dance That's like when you were young in the club and you're hiding, you know, you're not supposed to be.
Okay. Guys, play everything.
Yay! And that song was all the way from Fiji. We had them here, didn't we? That group.
Yes.
Back in the day, in one of our
Back
early
in the
events,
days.
Black Rose.
That was Black Rose, everybody. Wai Dembala. Sorry, I got excited then, people.
Yes.
See? I ripped this off the wall. It was on the other side of the wall, but I even got it on the wrong side. Sorry, here we go. Happy Fiji Day, everyone. We're having a wonderful time over here, and we hope you're having a great day wherever you are tuning in. Thank you for listening in, and please send us your shout outs or send us your videos. People are not really sending us their shout outs. Hey, they're a bit shy.
Yes.
Okay. I think that we should replay one of the shout outs. I reckon this will get people excited. Why don't you play the shout out from the Fiji Sevens team? Are we ready? We got that on cue. Here's the shout out. So you should do a shout out too. Come on.
And also Anissa. Are we on the show?
Sama kali ni pinakatan ni Bekem ni nabuko ni Fiji Day, 50th Independence Day and Singapore Royal Ball. Sama kali pinakatan ni Bekem ni Vicky ke mura-mura. Sama kali ni pinakatan ni mati ni Bekem ni. Happy Fiji Day!
Okay, we're back. Did you see that? The Fiji team did a shout out for us and to everyone. And so thank you to the Fiji Sevens team, the world champions. Now, earlier this year, we ran a festival doing
Sydney Sevens.
Sydney Sevens. For the first time, Fiji won.
Yes, and for the first time, one of the communities did a festival, and of
That's
course
right.
it had to be the Fijians.
That's right. We did our
For the
festival
Sevens.
really for our own pleasure, to celebrate our Fiji team, and they did not let us down.
Yes.
He won its first Sydney Sevens.
Magical.
It was magical.
Remember, there was lightning and it was starting to rain, and you could feel the intensity in the air, right? Because everyone had been there all day and night. People had gone home and come back. People were at home watching. Then they came in. Everyone was excited. They knew something magical was going to happen, and Fiji did it.
Fiji
First
did
time in Sydney.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
To the Sydney, to the Fiji Sevens team. Cheers to you and happy Fiji Day.
And to, is it Gareth, Baba, and the coach and the team? Thank you.
Thank you for doing such an amazing job. And of course, we Fijians love our rugby, right? So you were saying?
Very blessed, and especially through COVID, you know, the government has assisted a lot of us, there's a lot of support, but I'm also mindful that there are Fijians here that don't have access to that support, you know, but luckily there is support that exists, so you know, you can always contact the New South Wales Council for Pacific Communities, who are putting together our directory of services to help everyone. You can contact the local church or the Fijian church that's close to you that can also help out. So there's places to go and people to speak to.
And look, Trey and I are very involved, if you don't know us, in the community here in Sydney, so, and around Australia. But on that note, if also you know those who are struggling and who are having difficulties, you know, some are here, and especially those who are not here on valid visas and things like that as well, that's a concern, and it has been highlighted. We have brought that up as the Pacific community advocating for our people. So if you have concerns of that, or you know people who are struggling with that, please hit us up, send us a message, a private message through Facebook on our Fiji Day page. We're more than happy to refer you to the services, as Trey mentioned, that are available.
And for us, you know, as Pacific people, Fiji people, you know, help out those that you can, you know, with your family, extended family, your friends, your network. If there's any way that you can assist, you know, reach out to people.
Yes. Did you know that our first viewing that we had earlier on is at over 7,000 already?
Wow, 7,500 engagement hits. Pretty good for first timers.
Pretty damn good for first timers. So
And thank you, Joseph, for your technical assistance.
So, oh, you mentioned his name. Did he want to be mentioned?
Oh, Josefa.
So we want to do a shout out to my beautiful Tavale all the way in Fiji, Anissa. Bulavinaka. Anissa, love to you and all the children and the babies, the grandchildren, and we hope that you're having a great day over there in Suva, and tell us what your experience is like and what's going on there. We also have Vienna Yves. Bula, Vienna, thank you for contacting us and putting up a post. She said that it takes me back home to Lautoka.
Oh, the Sugar City.
The Sugar City. Well, Vienna, we hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and you that happy Fiji Day to you, and hope that you're having some piece of Lautoka, Fiji, right here.
Yes.
Lautoka's a nice town. I have to say I like Lautoka. I suppose because I like the water, so I enjoy Lautoka as far as staying and being like that. If you want to have nature and have the beautiful ocean, then the other neighboring town, which we like to party in. But if you want downtime,
I like in between Nandi and Lautoka. That's
the town, Nandi. Right, yes. Nandi is wild. And
Nandi Core, yes,
Nandi
we know.
Core, we love Nandi, of course. Love Nandi. Nandi's party town. So Lautoka is more chilled.
Yes, when you need to get away, it's for Sunday. It's for the day after. You know, Fiji. I wish I was there right now. And usually we'd have our Fiji Day event. Then you and I would fly out, right?
Yes.
And have our time out. What are some of your most favorite memories of home?
Favorite memories of home? Wow. You mean as an adult, or?
Maybe we'll do like childhood and then adult.
Yeah, well, see, I had the privilege of living in a Fijian village.
Wow.
So I was raised in the village. And as you know, I was also raised by my grandparents. I was raised in different villages, but of course, my family village out in Teilevu. But I also grew up with my grandparents down in the west, in the islands, and out in... So a shout out to all my people from Dr. Tambao, Teilevu, and everyone in Chikinambao. Happy Fiji Day to you all. Another one to all the people down in the west, all the way in Namatakula, coming back to Yanuda Serua. So, Vinanadola, happy Fiji Day. Yeah, so I had a great childhood growing up there, and of course experiencing village life, going swimming in the mangroves, going fishing, you know, going with the uncles or the grandfather and so forth, and going to plant or get dalo and cassava and uvi, and you know, going fishing.
Uvi, that's like a yam, right?
That's right. And fishing and all those things. Tonga has beautiful uvis, by the way. What do you call it in Tonga?
Ufi.
Ufi. So beautiful. Tongans have amazing ufi. Fijian, we call it uvi. And yeah, just a great childhood. Beautiful memories, lots of family. I recall Sunday schools, Sunday lunch.
The best.
The best meal of the week, Sunday lunch. And yeah, great childhood.
Beautiful.
And you?
Well, I grew up around Suva-Lami area, so you know, more of a city urban experience, and the occasional visit to, you know, visit family around the road, down the road from your village in Tongarewa.
Right.
So that's where I'd spend a lot of my school holidays with my wife family, and to my cousin.
Tongarewa.
Yeah, to my cousin Salome, who's turning 50 today, so I'll be meeting up with the family a bit later today.
Awesome. All the Naitas in Rewa, happy Fiji Day.
They already finished all the
Don't put them
bottles,
like
you
a
know, the
Neta.
Rewa people.
Well, actually, we're waiting for a Rewan Queen to arrive.
In grand style.
Late.
Yes, so Rewa, but then also my sister grew up in, you know, spent a lot of time in Laos, so I used to go and visit her in Laos. Oh, just beautiful organic living, right?
Yes.
Fresh, you know, from the ocean that my nephew would catch, and just, you know, cooking in the open fire on the beach, you know, get your cassava, you just toss everything in the fire and you sit there after a swim and chow on the beach. You know, those are beautiful experiences that I miss, you know, about Fiji. And I was talking to my family about that experience recently, and I said, you know, you can't do that here. You can't just go to the ocean and pull the fish out. You have to go and fish in certain places, and you can't just light a fire on any beach, you know.
Yes.
So we were blessed to have had those
Have that
experiences.
freedom.
Yes.
So true.
Fresh food.
So true. Such beautiful experiences. And what about as an adult?
Oh, adult. Wow. Can't talk about those experiences. You know, but
But what takes you back to Fiji? Because you go back quite regularly.
It's the connection to culture, the connection to land,
and some work as well, right?
a bit of work as well, yes, with music and the arts and events. But it's also about learning more about the culture. And you know, I'm blessed to live here, but in time I do see myself, you know, based in Fiji, spending more time there, you know.
Yes.
Working, and just to find out more about our culture and our language and our history, and like, you know,
It
that's
is amazing.
what I want
It's
to
a
continue to do.
journey on.
Yes, journey strong.
Journey strong.
That's it.
A couple of shout outs we want to do.
Ah, look.
The New Zealand Fijian Language Week. Nisambula Vinaga May Nisilandi Aotearoa.
Voila.
Huh?
Gola.
Is that?
Oh,
Oh!
yay!
Thank you. So, Kola, Gola, Coco, Kia ora, Malolele, Bulavinaka, to you in New Zealand, to all those listening in from New Zealand.
Yes, and they're doing some amazing work there. Kula and the team, Kola and the team in New Zealand, you know, with Fijian Language Week, the different cultural projects that they have, very strong support for the Pacific communities there. So good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you, Gola. And of course, Matagali.
Yay, Usaya!
Usamoli, Bulavinaka, Matagali. Happy Fiji Day to you. We'll raise our glasses to all those. Cheers.
Cheers. Happy
Nisam
Fiji
Bulavinaka. Happy Fiji Day to you. I hope you're having a great time. If you want to send us a video, please do. We'll play it on here. You always have, oh, by the way, for those of you that don't know who that is, who commented and sent us that shout out, it is the Zumba King of Fiji.
Yes, based in Suva.
Everybody who knows Zumba in Fiji knows USA. So happy Fiji Day to you, Mata.
So we did do quite a few interviews this week. We've just hoping to upload them soon. So if we don't play them in this segment, we'll upload them onto the Fiji Day Facebook page to share. So we interviewed Dr. Tarisi, who's based in the Hawaii, at the university there in Hawaii. And she's doing a lot of work with culture. You know, she has that YouTube channel called Talano with Dr. T. So she's doing the language classes, but also talking about different aspects of culture, you know, and she goes into food and then to the different agricultural terms and talks about the different things that happen, you know, important protocols for Fijian culture. So, you know, she's got a wealth of knowledge, and it's so good that she's sharing that. And we also caught up with Josephine, who, as we said earlier, she plays for North Sydney Bears Rugby League, represented Fiji. She was the captain, right, of the Fijian Women's Rugby League team, Bulikula, and a great leader. She's got an amazing story, like just speaking to her, and the adversities that she's overcome, you know, to get where she is. And she's just starting. Girl's got so much more that she's going to achieve in her life.
The most amazing thing is she started playing when most people retire, you know, well after retirement, you know, and that's the incredible thing, because she's super fit, she works very hard, really being a veteran in terms of age compared to the others, but you know, she's playing for North Sydney, one of the first women's professional rugby league team. Yes. She played for the Cronullers before that. So amazing stories. That's great. Well done for capturing those. I'm sure a lot of those listening in will be very keen on hearing these stories that we need to share. Yes. And it'll encourage everyone, not only from, you know, knowledge perspective, but also in terms of career and you know, things that people that are doing well that can inspire us as well. And I'm sure there's lots more stories of those that are doing well out there that we'd love to share, so please hit us up. I think from this we'll probably look at how, especially given COVID and so forth, is we will probably schedule and do a program that we could run maybe once a week or something, now that we are getting used to the technology.
Once
we
a
can
month.
do this, yeah, maybe once a month. I say once a week, she says once a month.
End of the month.
To just share stories, have interviews,
people,
and we'll be doing it. It's been such a good afternoon for us.
It has.
Within a couple of hours, we've got over 8,000 views.
Yay! Well done.
This is
pretty
the first.
Good.
Yes, this is the
first timers.
Pretty good. For us, it's about having fun and connecting with everyone, and we've had such a great time bringing this, and we want to thank everyone that of course has tuned in from everywhere and posted and shared their shout outs with us, and we've been able to share it with you, so thank you to all those high hitting shout outs we got. Yes, right?
We've got a few more. Can I share them?
Excellent, yes, let's do it.
Marilyn Balavu, all the way from Port Hedland in Western Australia. Happy Fiji Day, Marilyn.
Marilyn, what are you doing there?
Balavu, do you know Marilyn?
Of course I know Marilyn. I didn't know you were there.
Watching from Port Hedland.
Is that right?
Country.
Love to you, Marilyn.
We thought we'd just come back and say thank you to everyone for tuning in. You know, continue to follow the page, because we enjoyed this so much that we decided that we shall continue. Yes.
So we are going to, I would like to see it more regularly. So we've negotiated and so we've agreed on once a month. Trey's always good at, you know, I get really, really excited and I go, let's do this every week. And Trey goes, once a month. Once a month!
Once a month, it's a deal.
It's a deal. It's a deal. Because, you know, we're doing a million things at once, and here I am wanting to commit to once a week. It's crazy. Yes, thank you, Trey. I think the red cordial has come to my head.
And today, you know, has been made possible with our special technician behind the scenes.
Thank you so much. All the way from the 350 Pacific and our Pacific Warriors, the man himself. Yay! Josefa. And shout out to you. Thank you, Joseph.
Yes, Vanaka.
More beers after this, don't worry.
And
just learn a little. We didn't want more beers for you yet because Don't want you messing up those buttons. We're doing enough of that messing up.
Yes, we are. No, we're doing fine. And you know, running from from iPads, and a program switcher, you know, so that you learnt overnight, and then Joseph picked up straight away, and then just hooked up the iPads, and boom, there we go.
And we do have, there's a few secrets, right? We have over here, because we're in a hotel, right? And you know hotel Wi-Fi's, you can't trust it. So we brought in our own 5G network. Yes, wow. We're on 5G here, people. We're on 5G because they've implemented it in the city areas.
Yes.
And of course, I happen to have it in my neighborhood.
Wow.
So yeah, I have 5G at home. And my hair, this is what happens to your hair when you have 5G.
No. It's from the peroxide. There's enough rumors around 5G. Don't add to it. It's from the peroxide.
Well, I can say that no birds have fallen off the sky yet. My pot plants are all still alive. No, this was not from 5G, all right?
And there's no coronavirus new cases in your area?
No, I haven't caught corona or... Yeah, the only people that in my neighborhood that we've had corona, my mother is my watchdog. She said to me yesterday,
that area?
That area, my suburb, is a hot spot again. And I said, oh man, it's all these people that come to it. Yeah, people love to come to my neighborhood. It's known for the Coca-Cola sign. Does anybody know what the Coca-Cola sign is in Sydney? I live near there. That's not my suburb.
Near the Coke factory.
So that's where I live.
No, the Coke factory.
So we get a lot of visitors. So yeah, but other than that, no COVID now.
Okay, very good, very good. So there you go. That's our secret. That's how it was done.
Yes.
You know, first timers, and glad that it's working. And also, you know, we got content from beautiful people, but we're going to do this once a month, so then we'll have more time to get more content, more interviews, stories, and sponsors, you know. So if you'd like us to be drinking your cordial or eating your food or wearing your outfits, send it through, because we're going to start
hit us up.
So the next one will be in November.
Yes, I think since Fiji Days in October, I think we should have another one.
Here we go. At the end of the month. Maybe when we have our picnic.
That's right. We're going to do another one because, look, we do have a lot of content, and what we've decided, though, it's probably connecting like this is good for now, and then those beautiful interviews can be shared on the platform. So we'll share it on the Fiji Day page, and Trey will go on and talk a little bit more about those for those that haven't heard what the content was that we prepared earlier. But also we want to share more and more of those sort of stories.
Yeah.
Trey has a company that's called Tapestry, and she can talk more about that, but then also myself with Coconut Vibes. So what we'll do is we'll share these stories through YouTube, and be able to share it through our Facebook pages and Instagram. So that's how we will be doing the live stream and also the sharing of this content to our community in the future.
Yes.
So Trey, tell me about the content that we did have prepared.
Yes, so the interviews I mentioned earlier. So we've got Dr. Tarisi from Hawaii.
All the way from Hawaii.
So she talks a lot about culture, and she's got, you know, these great online programs that she has, Talanoa with Dr. T. So got an interview with her, and we've also got an interview with Dr. Georgie Ravulo, who's, you know, creating a lot of new pathways for Pacific people here in Sydney, and education, you know, and also in the mental health space. We've also got some amazing artists like Bayvik, you know, Bayvik, who's known for fashion design, but also the grazing tables. So we've got an interview with Bayvik, and also with Josephine, who's was it captain of the Fiji Bulikula team and plays for North Sydney Bears. So we've got those interviews, and they've just finished the comp and they came second. So they played in the grand final.
Fantastic! Congratulations!
A couple of weeks ago. So
Josephine is from the land of Mbila. Has anybody eaten Mbila? Familiar with Mbila?
Yum.
Yes. The people where Josephine comes from are known as the Mbila people. They're up in our neighborhood, And the village will do a shout out to all the Mbilas in Naila.
Yes.
Naila Mbaute Levu.
Cheers.
Cheers to all the families in Naila. She's going to have a big laugh about that because of the connection that we have. Just want to do a shout out to David Jareds. Bulavinaka, David. David is sending us a shout out all the way from Goulburn.
Oh, wow.
So happy Fiji Day to all the Fijians in Goulburn. Bulavinaka.
Wow.
And also, I have done some interviews previously, which we'll share as well on those stories, which there is one that I have done as well with Dr. Chochi. So it's wonderful that you've got that as well, because it'll be an update from the ones that I did earlier on. And with Josephine.
Yay.
I've done one as well with Donita Humes during the
Vengia project.
The Vengia project. Also with Mel Fruin, the chair of the New South Wales Council. So we'll get to interview people from all over the world and share their stories, and especially for those of us that live abroad, I think it's important. And not only that, but also back in Fiji, you know, knowing especially there's a lot of people who are in our community who live abroad, and their experiences would be of great benefit, I think.
Yes, and that's what the aim is, to help, you know, share what others have achieved and how they can also, you know, utilize those lessons, eh?
Yes, very true. Now, the other shout out that we have, actually one of the interviews that I've done, which I would love to share later, we should have that up now actually. All the way from Fiji is the beautiful, none other than, drum roll, Lily Darling. Has anyone heard of Lily Darling? Everyone's heard of Lily Darling, right? If you're from Fiji, I'm sure.
Dr. Lily Darling.
Dr. Lily Darling. So, Nisam Bulivinaka Vuniwai, I'm wishing you a happy Fiji Day and sending you lots of love from Fiji, and we want to cheers to you from Sydney.
All the way to the west.
Yes. Now we're going to play a shout out from Dr. Lily.
Yandravinaka, Bulavinaka, Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum. I'm Lily Darling from Fiji, and I would like to take this very special moment and this very special day to wish every Fijian here and abroad a happy 50th Fiji Day. It's our official birthday as a nation. However, we should not forget our indigenous Fijian ancestors who settled on these islands about 3,500 years ago, longer than Jesus Christ walked on this world or on this earth. So on their blood, sacrifice, tears, aspirations, ambitions, I thank them, and I proudly stand here or sit here as an indigenous Fijian transgender woman. As I said before, I am my ancestors' wildest dreams. Bye-bye. More day.
Yay! Lily Darling, for those of you that don't know, is vocal and is a voice that needs to be heard, especially in the conversation and in the rainbow community, in the trans community. Lily Darling is one of the leads in advocating that work, and thank you, Lily, for sending us a greeting like that. And I've actually done an interview with Dr. Lily, which again, now with the new program that we're launching, we will have that out so that you can hear the interview with Dr. Lily that we did in Sydney some months earlier. Tell us about what are your aspirations and what's happening for you in the coming months, given the situation that we're in with COVID and the pandemic.
My aspirations when I grow up.
Aspirations and inspiration for the future. Aspirations for the future.
Well, you know, for those that don't know, my background is in music, you know, arts, hip-hop music, and also working with young people in the community service, do a lot of freelance. But when COVID hit, a lot of that work stopped, you know, because of the face-to-face and your freelancing. Luckily, I've still got some working with a youth centre in Western Sydney, Street University. So we can't do the face-to-face programs with youth, but we're working online. So workshops and programs and assistance for young people. So whether it's counselling or help with their schoolwork or housing or getting a job, all of that, you know, so it's a support service in Liverpool. It's also in Mount Druitt in Penrith, so working on that. Going into the detention centres, working with our young people in the centres, you know, providing motivational programs and assistance so that when they come out, you know, they've learnt a lot and are able to make better choices in life. So that's what I'm doing, and also writing and creating my own stuff, and, you know, also taking care of my daughter. You know, she's my teen, so, you know, that she takes up most of my time. So my time is, you know, my work and my child and my creative aspirations, my creative projects. But and I haven't been out in a while. I don't really go out, so it's good to be out in the city, you know, and just to remember that, yeah, there was a time in Sydney this year, early in the year, where we were all out and active and social. You know, it's good to
And right out there, Trey, just have a look. That's where we were, remember? We've been there for a couple of festivals, and we were going to do a festival out here.
Yes,
we
in
actually
Tumbalong Park.
That's
in
right.
Darling Harbour
Tumbalong
there.
Park in Darling Harbour is basically our view out here. So it gives us memories as well of how things were prior to COVID and the pandemic.
Yes. So, but you know, this is a good time for us to think about what we've been doing and how we can make the changes to continue to do things we love. You know, there's always opportunities in times like this. So, you know, write a book, start an online program like this, or a podcast, or
exactly.
You know, there's always things that you can do on a small budget.
And if you have ideas on different things that you'd want us to talk about, or people that you think we should be interviewing, especially with digital media, let us know as well. I want to do a couple of shout outs. Shout out now to Fiji Keto, Mbula Vinaka, and happy Fiji Day from the Central Coast. Well, happy Fiji Day to all those in the Central Coast from Sydney. Hope you're having a good day out there and enjoying this weather as we are down here.
So we were talking about aspirations and goals. What would you like to share with us about what you're planning and working on?
Well, you know, before COVID came along, I was getting ready to go to Fiji and work on some projects that I've been working on there, as you know, that I've been developing over there. So given the situation, we're now here, and so making the most of that. And really what I've done is working more on my company, Coconut Vibe, and of course all events, as we both know, are off. We have been in touch with with the Parramatta Council and back and forth. Obviously, no events are happening at the moment, those big events in Sydney. The Sydney City is not having it, Parramatta's not having it, and other councils are not having it at this point. So that's being postponed till next year. So pretty much the event side, but I've been working on an event with the Australian South Sea Islanders, Port Jackson, with the wonderful Imelda Davis. And there is a festival coming up. It's actually going to be the first festival in the city of Sydney.
Wow.
And that's happening on the 21st of November.
21st of November.
So please mark that down in your calendar, because that's when the city of Sydney has planned to start opening this up. There will obviously still be some limitations, but keep an eye out on that, because we will be posting what will actually be happening. There is a festival going. That's on the 21st of November, and that's called Sugarfest. And basically this has a history, a dark history around the blackbirding that took place, where people from the Pacific, especially in the Melanesian countries, predominantly Vanuatu, the Solomon Islands, and a few Fijians that were brought over, and Otumans that were brought over here to plant sugarcane. They were actually stolen from the islands and brought over here. So it's a dark history here in Australia, but the industries here, especially the sugar industry, which was big back then, is built on the back of Pacific people, Melanesian Pacific people. So it's an opportunity to reflect on the history, but also to celebrate now and how do we move forward from this, and looking at the lives of those that have been a product of that, you know. So there's a strong community here of South Sea Islanders, Australian South Sea Islanders. They were recognized about 25 years ago, 26 years ago. So we're excited about this festival and it's going to be really, really exciting, and we'll post more on that. The other thing as well, I've been doing some work with some of the projects with the museum. That's really exciting, and working on the Fiji side. Excited more about that later. But also in a few weeks, I'm just working on it now. There is a very exciting product and service that I've been working on through my company, and so we'll be introducing that into the Pacific and on a global level very soon. So I'm very, very excited to be part of that. So these things have come out of COVID, right? So because we've had to sit still and not run around everywhere and do business as usual, so we've had to be creative and look at other ways that we could be doing things. So that's kind of where I'm at currently.
Covid-19
dua diwa. That's a gee. That's good. So we are getting close to wrapping this up. Any last words that you want to say?
Just wanted to say thank you to everyone for tuning in, for taking time out, and you know, feel free to send us any messages, comments, and as we said, we will continue to do this. We've had a ball. As you can see, this is what we're like with or without the cameras. It's just Talanoa, one topic, and we're off.
That's right. You've just come into our living room.
And you know, we couldn't do this without Josefa, so Naka, Maloa Pito, for assisting us, and we look forward to, you know, coming into your spaces again soon via your mobiles. And you know, we wish you a safe and prosperous and joyful Fiji Day, 50 years, you know.
Yes.
You know, it's an amazing day for so many of us, time for us to reflect what it is to be Fijian and to connect with our family and friends. So Vinaka, and take care, God bless.
Yes, and Vinaka, take care, God bless. We want to wish you again a happy Fiji Day wherever you are celebrating in the world. Keep safe, and God bless, and God bless Fiji. And we're going to leave you now with this beautiful song.
And we'll be posting up the YouTube videos later on today of the interviews.
Whoa.